Good morning, everyone. I am from Latitude College, and today I would like to introduce you to the topic of what to know about emotional intelligence. Before I outline the content of my presentation, I have, I have some questions for you. How are you feeling today? Happy, confused, sleepy, or motivated? So I think people will be sleepy, right? So next question is describe your mood today. Sunshine, cloudy, rainy, thundery, or rainbow. I think everyone's emotion is different and based on different reasons, and now I am going to cover voice. Firstly, I will be looking at introduction of emotional intelligence and then components of emotional intelligence. Next, I will explain the importance of EL and how to improve EL. In addition, I will consider my strengths and my weaknesses and mobility exercises. And finally, I will demonstrate strategies to improve emotional intelligence and conclude my presentation points. Let's start by introducing emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence refers to a person's ability to recognize, understand, and manage their emotion as well as their ability to understand others' emotion. To know more, we will watch a video below.
Emotional Intelligence Explained. Everybody has emotions. It's a simple fact, a part of our being human. And whether we realize it or not, these emotions impact us and those around us every single day. Emotional intelligence describes a method of identifying and controlling these emotions so that they work for us, not against us.
So this is about introduction of emotional intelligence. Now move on to the components of emotional intelligence. First is self-awareness. Awareness. Do you know who you are? It is a key part of EL is the level of understanding and shared awareness of a person's own emotions. An individual with high EL is not only aware of what emotions they are feeling, but can put words to their feelings. They can also understand the consequences of their emotion and how they may change and shift over time. So please raise your hand if you can think carefully before saying something when you feel angry or happy. Secondly, it is self-regulation. It means when a person has achieved the first component, they can move on to self-regulation. An individual with a good awareness of their own emotion can better manage the emotion and behaviors that come along with them. It's referred to the ability to control and manage one's thoughts, emotions, behaviors, and impulses in order to achieve a desired goal or outcomes. This may involve noticing a difficult emotion and slowing down or resisting any impulsive action that may follow. Next, we have motivation. Motivation is the process that stimulates and directs someone toward achieving their goals. A person with low motivation may discouraged easily by any obstacle and give up. It is a key part of EL. 2016 research suggests motivation allows persons to remain true to their goal and persevere even during challenging time. A person with high motivation realizes that the reward of their personal growth is worth the time and effort spent getting here, even when they face obstacles. Finally, empathy.
Hi everyone, it's Yanis here, and in this video we will explore what is empathy. To connect with people at the higher level, it is important to learn and develop this important skill. If this is your first time on this channel, then make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon to get updates on my latest videos about time management and productivity. Empathy is ability to emotionally understand what other people feel and see things from their point of view and imagine yourself in their place. It's about understanding other people at the emotional level and also connecting with them. For example, we feel empathy when people close to us are hurt and we understand how they feel and why they feel so. There are three types of empathy: affective empathy, somatic empathy, and cognitive empathy. Affective empathy is the ability to understand other person's emotions and respond appropriately to them. Somatic empathy is having a physical reaction in response to what someone else is experiencing. For example, you might start to cry if your best friend is crying as well. Cognitive empathy means being able to understand other person's mental state and what they might be thinking in response to situation. Empathy is the skill that can help us to build better relationships and connect with people at the higher level.
So, empathy is important because it allows individuals to build strong relationships with others, communicate effectively, and work collaboratively towards common goals. People with high empathy will have strong ability, good listening, able to build meaningful and positive high understanding, nonverbal cues, and skill at resolving conflicts. So, have you ever thought about the good emotional intelligence can lead to valuable things in our lives? Yes, it's true. Emotional intelligence can help a person work with or supervise other people. It can also help them to cope with, be more resistant to stresses that they might face in life. Research has shown that EL can be important in many aspects of a person's life. A 2019 study, for example, states that increased EL can improve a person's work-related outcomes, including their teamwork and management skills and their overall job satisfaction. Physiological health and well-being. Next, physical health, including somatic complaints and HbA1c levels and social relationships. According to this graph I show below, the focus should be on the statistic of EL of managers and supervisors in the workplace in Canada. 91% of managers and supervisors feel that it's important to continue improving their emotional intelligence in the workplace and believe they have the ability to do so. 65% say they could do their job more effectively if they found ways to more easily manage distracted workers. And 83% perceive themselves as motivational leaders, and 47% are rated as challenged in one or more of the four skill areas. Only 1% percent were rated as strong across all major skill areas. What also has to be mentioned is some examples of EL. First, a manager finds out that a time-sensitive email has not been sent to one of their largest clients. The manager may feel anger toward their team or feel losing their job. Secondly, with empathy and strong social skills, the manager with high emotional intelligence could also know the correct time to ask questions and take disciplinary action toward those responsible for their mistake, making sure that this conversation do not disrupt the team. On the next slide, I will show you how to improve emotional intelligence. The American Academy of Family Physicians (AAFP) states that there are 10 behaviors people can practice to help build their EL. These are clarifying a daily intention. A person can set intentions such as building understanding based on the schedule of the day. Apologizing when needed. People with high And finally, a person with low emotional intelligence may lash out in anger that their team or attempt to deny the problem. As a result, the team may become discouraged and avoid taking responsibility. On the next slide, I will show you how to improve emotional intelligence. The American Academy of Family Physicians states that there are 10 behaviors people can practice to help build their emotional intelligence. These are: first, clarifying a daily intention. A person can set an intention, such as building understanding, based on their schedules that day, so they will have emotional intelligence. Secondly, practicing self-care. If a person is well rested and relaxed, for example, they are more likely to be able to control their emotion. Next, being aware of others. A person should pay attention to their environment and to how others feeling. A person can remove distractions like their phone by turning it off when engaging in group conversation. And finally, apologizing when needed. People with higher level of EL are generally more willing to admit when they have made mistakes, apologize for this, and take accountability. That being said, now we are going to take a look at my strengths and weaknesses in EL. My strength: motivation. When I face setbacks and obstacles, I will check in with my motivation in what inspires me to keep pushing forward. Secondly, empathy. When I negotiate with my colleague or customer, I can anticipate the other needs and reaction. My weaknesses are self-awareness. I'm not able to label the emotion and understand its cause, so I cannot address issue with appropriate action. And self-management. I fail to control my emotions like anger and stress. Now let's move on to the next topic. It is mobility exercises. Knowing your emotion is like having a compass for your mind, but it's not always as simple as happy, sad, or angry. Emotions can be complex, and that's where the power of naming them comes in. This is one of the most effective emotional intelligence exercises. Here's how to do it. Feel the emotion. When you feel something, take a moment to sit with it. Where do you feel in your body? Does it have a color or shape? The more you can set it, the better. Name the emotion. Now give it a name, either happy or sad. Doesn't quite cover it. Be creative. Maybe you feeling sunshine bright or blueberry shower. The more specific you can be, the better you will understand what you're feeling. Understand the emotion. What's behind your emotion? Are you feeling sunshine bright because you got a good night's sleep? A blueberry shower because you're tired of a gloomy weather? By understanding the why, you will be better equipped to manage your emotion in the future. Secondly, asking for feedback. Ask is another great way to improve self-awareness, and it's a key exercise in EL. It's like having a mirror that reflects and not just the physical appearance, but your behaviors and attitudes as well. Here's a simple way to use feedback for self-improvement. Choose the right people. Ask for feedback from people who know you well and who you trust. This could be a close friend, a family member, or a work colleague. They should be able to provide honest and constructive feedback. Ask specific questions. Instead of asking general questions like, how can I improve? Ask specific questions like, what can I do to be a better listener? Or, how can I handle stress more effectively? Respond with gratitude. Receiving feedback can sometimes be uncomfortable, but remember, it's an opportunity for growth. Thank the person for their feedback, even if it's not what you wanted to hear. Asking for feedback can sometimes be tough, but it's one of the most powerful emotional intelligence exercises you can do. It gives you a different perspective on yourself and can highlight areas for improvement that you might not be noticed. So who will you ask for feedback today? Now please raise your hand if you feel ashamed after an overreaction or want to say something to explain your emotion. Moreover, have you ever used phone while communicating with others? Do you turn it off your phone or no? Or not? Have you ever sit down, listen your favorite music and think about what you're emotional? To your friends or your parents while being happy or being angry? How to manage and improve your EL effectively. I will recommend strategies for that. Have you ever tried any ways to improve your emotional intelligence? First step to develop your emotional intelligence. Learning to know yourself. It EQ is essentially based on understanding and appreciation of our emotions, as well as the impact they have on our environment. But to understand the latter, you must first understand these emotions themselves. Several techniques allow you to develop self-knowledge. Keeping a diary. Identify your values and principles. Defining your motivation and goals. Secondly, embrace mindfulness. This is an essential aspect of self-control. Once your emotions have been identified, you must work to control them with full awareness. To take a first step toward mindfulness, start by keeping a journal. Once you get started, do this new self-knowledge to put your emotions, no reactions, into words and put them down on paper. A proper at work, describe the first emotion you feel. It is anger, frustration. Next, show adaptability. Adaptability which allows us to be flexible in different situations. It is crucial ability of emotional intelligence. When you are able to identify your emotions or those of others, demonstrate adaptability in order to react appropriately. This is what we call self-regulation. Moreover, and then practice active listening. Active listening is defined as listening with the aim of understanding instead of thinking about what you are going to say next. Focus carefully on what is being said to you. Active listening develops empathy and mutual trust, allowing you to create bonds with others. Finally, strengthen your empathy. Empathy represents our ability to understand others. It is a cornerstone of emotional intelligence. Understand others. Our empathy is based on our ability to create connection with the emotions of others. So try to develop your understanding of others. If you disagree with one of their decisions, show curiosity and empathy to understand what led them to make that no choice. Don't trust. Each of us must deal with that little voice that pushes us to make judgments too quickly. The point here is not to silence, but rather to learn to ignore it in order to take the time to think. In conclusion, I can say that emotional intelligence can help a person recognize and navigate their own as well as other emotions. Higher level of emotional intelligence positively influence a person's emotional and physical health as well as make them more resilient to stress. Finally, a person can improve their emotional intelligence by practice meditation, as making small changes to their routine. What is about my presentation? If you have any questions, feel free to contact me at any time. And thank you for watching.